Hi, my name is Maureen. This is Energy Medicine Yoga. Energy Medicine Yoga is inspired by Donna Eden and Lauren Walker. And today we're going to have Earth Element practice. So, whenever you're talking about the elements, you're talking about Chinese medicine. You may be familiar with acupuncture. We're just weaving in some of those ancient traditions into the practice of yoga. So, the Earth Element is in its central position um, the, the pivot or the hub in which all the other elements encircle and surround it. So the five elements are water, wood, fire, earth, and metal. Today we're working on earth. It's a real place of, when you think about our bodies, it's a place of stability, reflecting a place of stability in the body, mind, and spirit. And from this stable anchor, change and transformation can occur. The two meridians associated with the earth element are the spleen meridian and the stomach meridian. Spleen meridian is a yin meridian traveling, energy traveling up the body, and stomach is yang meridian, and yang meridian or yang energy travels down the body. So we'll be working with all of that and waking things up and getting things moving. All right. But being practice about the earth element, it is about our stability and our grounding. So I'm going to start you on your backs. Think throughout this practice, what part of your body is in contact? What is your foundation? What is in contact with the earth? What is your foundation? Press out of there to then grow, lengthen, expand, extend, open. All right. So beginning on your back, come into constructive rest. That means knees bent, soles of the feet on the floor, palms facing up, and just allow yourself a few moments to arrive here. However, the week has gone, whether you see this as the end of the week or the beginning of the week, see if you can set it down, set it all down, and just come into this moment. Come into your body as you are on your mat today. Take a big deep breath in. Open your mouth and sigh out loud. Let's do that again. Give yourself a chance to clear. Big, deep, exaggerated breath in. And finish that exhale. Send it all the way out. Again, one more big, deep breath in. Take it all in. Acknowledge whatever's here. And then send it on its way. If you need to, you can pick it up after class again. All right, and now I just invite you to return to your normal breath and tune into your body. Tune into your senses. Bring your body into your full awareness. Feel the places where your body is touching the mat, and then feel the spaces. Can you feel the space underneath your toes, the part of your toes that's not touching? How about the arch of your foot? How about the low of your back? How about the back of your neck? And then take a breath in. And as you exhale, see if you can be a little heavier. Sink a little bit more into the mat. Sink a little bit more into the earth. Let yourself be held. Let your bones be held. Let the weight of the organs be held. And now let's do a breath practice. I invite you to place both hands on your low abdomen, thumbs around the belly button, and fingers inside the hip points, flat. And just breathe. I'm not asking you to change your breath or deepen your breath. I just want you to tune in and sense the movement of your body from the breath. Inhales, there should be a slight inflation of the low belly. And on exhales, your belly falls back toward the spine. Just noticing, what do you sense? What do you feel? Don't force anything. I'm just asking you to breathe and let your hands sense.
And now the second point I want you to sense, I want you to cross your hands, your arms. Let your right hand touch your left ribs. And then whatever way suits you, bring the left palm to touch the right ribs. Yep. Crossing your arms with hands on the ribs. I want you to breathe normally and just tune in. Sense the movement of the rib cage with the breath cycle. Cycle is inhale and an exhale. Perhaps you can feel those ribs move out, expand laterally. Really, they're expanding 3D. They expand, they widen, and then on an exhale, you pull back towards your center. And now for the last point, keep your arms crossed and just slide the hands up into your armpits with your thumbs sticking out. Sometimes we call this the farmer's stance. I'm just going to sit up so you can see it. So it's like you're warming your hands underneath your armpits and the thumbs remain out. And the point is, I want you to see what you can feel of the upper rib cage expanding on the breath. It's not that easy to tune in and feel any sensation in this area, but just check in. An inhale, there's a slight expansion. And with an exhale, there's a falling back towards the mat. And now release that and bring one hand to the heart, the center, right near your sternum, and one hand over your belly. And continue slow, smooth, steady breathing at your own rhythm and your own pace with mindfulness. And I invite you to set an intention for this practice. A single word, an aspiration, something you want more of. What pops into your head when I invite you to do this? Go with that. What do you need? Ask for it. And then release your hands. Pull your knees into your chest and rock back and forth and just tune in to the sensation of your spine touching the earth. Release the knees, feet touched back down towards the earth, back in constructive rest. I want you to take your hands to your side. Let's do some breaths on our backs. So inhale with palms facing up. Inhale, let the fingers go out wide on an inhale. Fingertips trace the ground until they meet up overhead. And then exhale, turn your palms away and retrace. Exhale slowly, hands come back to your hips. Now, something different this time. Paying attention, inhale, trace fingers out wide as we did. When they reached and meet overhead, I want you to stack the right hand over the left and then bend deeply at the elbows as you press the palms down the front of your body. They're not touching the front of your body. They're just hovering, pressing down, and see if you can sense like you have moving through some resistance until the stacked palms reach your hips. Let's repeat. Hands at your side, palms face up. Inhale, fingers trace out wide. Let your ribs expand, let your spine lengthen until the hands meet up overhead. This time, left hand sits on top of right hand. And then let's press down. Exhale, bend deeply at the elbows. Press and sense that you're kind of moving through jello, moving through some resistance. This is your energy. This is the field of energy that surrounds you. Good. And release and let it go. Let's do a full body stretch. So legs lengthen and arms reach up high overhead. Point your toes away from the body and really reach long above you. Lengthening your spine, whole back body is connected to the earth. And now let that effort go. Now side body stretch. Right arm reaches above your body and right toes point away. And just really add to this on the right side, long right side, and let that effort go. Then same thing on the other side, left. Reach that left hand above you, point the left toes away from the body, left side body. And release and let it go. Now, with your right knee bent, place your hands behind the right thigh. Lift the right foot off the ground and begin to extend that leg long. Just see where you get to. These hands interlaced behind your right thigh is a little assistance. Flex this right foot and flex it deeply. I want you to add to it. If there's some real tightness in your hamstring, then you can ease up and bend the knee. If you're available to make it straight, then do so and press the left heel, point the left heel up by pulling right. Did I say right, left? I'm talking right heel and pull the right toes towards your knee. And I want you to imagine that the heel is trying to press a button. And that should really add to the lengthening of the muscles behind the leg. If this is fine, stay here, holding that flex. If you want more, then straighten the left leg and press into the left heel for your foundation. Press into the earth. Let that stability help add to this opening in the right leg. You choose wherever you keep that, but I want to add to the movement of this right leg. So point the toes, release the interlaced hands, bend the right knee, and press the sole of the right foot down. Press it slowly like you're moving through some resistance. Let the right toe touch the ground, and then repeat. Send the right leg long, flex the right heel deeply, push the right heel up like you're pressing a button, pull the right toes towards your leg, feel the activation, feel the lengthening. Now point the right toes, bend the right knee, and push the sole of the right foot down. Very slowly, tune in, sense. Right toe taps the mat one more time. Send the right foot long. Maybe now you can check in and add to this by lengthening the left leg. Flex the right heel, press the right heel up to the ceiling, and then point the right toes, bend the right knee, and press the sole of the right foot down. And release, and let it go. Tap your toes. And let's do the same thing on the other side. Interlace hands behind the left thigh, lift the left foot off the ground, straighten the left leg, and just see how it feels. You might bend and straighten it a couple times, wake up that back hamstring, and then add to it. Press the press the left heel up to the ceiling. Pull left toes towards your knee. Really deepen the opening of these muscles by the effort that you're putting into your foot. See if you can press the button. Good. And now point the left toes, release the interlaced hands, bend the left knee, push the sole of the left foot through jello around you. Feel some resistance. Slow it down. Big toe taps the ground and then repeat. Send the left leg long, flex the left foot deeply, push a button with your left heel, point the left toes, bend the left knee, press through some resistance with the sole of the left foot. Down to the ground, tap the toe, repeat. Feel your back supported by the earth to help you open and lengthen the back of this left leg. Lengthen the left leg long, flex the left heel deeply, push a button with your left heel, point the left toes, bend the left knee, slowly push. You're waking up these muscles very subtly, activating and calling upon them. And let it go. Just tap the balls of your feet. Let those muscles release. Lift the right foot off the ground. Turn the right knee out, externally rotating the right hip. Right ankle to left knee. Push the right knee away from you. Flex the right foot. This is a hip opener. Add to it by lifting the left foot off the ground, interlacing hands behind the left thigh. Both feet flexed and active. And now isometric opposite tension as you press the right knee away and you pull the left thigh toward your body. Just coming into the right amount of tension for you, for your hips, wherever you're at, whenever you're doing this class. Keep breathing. Feel the stability. This place of stability that allows transformation and change. It is your back body connected to the earth that is allowing you to come into this hip opening without weight. And then send this left leg long, add to it, sole of the foot up to the ceiling, and bend the knee and release, set it down. Right foot touches the ground. Tap the toes. Let it go. Lift the left foot off the ground. Externally rotate this left hip by turning the left knee out first. Then put the left ankle on top of the right knee. Flex the left foot. Press the left knee away from you. You might stay right here. This might be enough for your hip. You stay here and breathe if that's right for you. If you want more, lift the right foot off the ground, interlace hands behind the right thigh, and feel this opposite isometric tension as you press the left knee away from the body and pull the right thigh towards your body with both feet flexed and active, securing the joints that are opening, safely opening these joints with the flexed and active muscles surrounding the joints. Keep breathing, press into the back of your head, lengthen up tall through the crown of your head, press down through shoulder blades, and open up your left hip. Then send the right leg long to add a little bit to it. And bend the knee, right foot touches the ground, left foot touches the ground. And I believe that's it. Let's roll to one side and come to standing. I'm not standing, sorry, seated. Getting ahead of myself. Okay, when you are seated, come into sunbather pose. All right, so make this upside down W with your body. Bent knees, arms behind the body, heels of the palms really pressing into the mat, fingertips pointing away from you like you are trying to get some sun. And then add to it. Press down through feet, press down through the heels of your palms, and push your chest forward. Lift your collarbones, lift your chin like you're trying to get some sun on your neck. This is activating and opening up to the stomach meridian on the front body. And then release back into sunbather pose. It's kind of like, consider it a cow back, cat-cow back that we typically do in table pose. I want you to do it again. Press down through the heels of your palms. Lift up the heart, lift up the collarbones, lift up your chin. Press everything forward and up. And then release, come back to neutral. Sunbather pose, think of more about a straight spine, or this is at a diagonal angle, but straight. One last time. Think of this cow back, this inhale. Inhale, lift up, pull shoulder blades together to help you lift up. Wake up the front neck with your chin lifted. And exhale, lower back into sunbather pose. Take your feet as wide as the mat. And the knees off to the side. With this movement today, and the knees off either side, just let this gentle twist happen. I want you to think of, this is the movement that you just kind of coax your body in. It's like a magnet. You do it because it feels good. You come to it naturally, like the way you are attracted or magnetized to get out into to nature when the sun is shining, when the breeze is blowing. So just let this be gentle side to side, waking up of the joints. All right. Now I'm going to face you so that you see this. When your knees fall to the right the next time, I want you to press into, I'm not mirroring you, I'm doing my right side, so you're doing your right side. Come up so that you press into that right hip. Right fingertips are behind your hip to help your spine come up straight, and then left arm lifts straight up. And really reach, let the torso rise out of stable hips. Let these back right fingertips support you and press down into the earth as you lift up long and tall through your spine. And then add a twist to it by moving left hand toward right hand. Getting to wherever you get to, just coming to meet your spine or whatever level of warmth and flexibility is available to you right now. And then release, bring the spine up vertical, and then come back into sunbather pose the way we began. And then let your legs fall to the left. Press down through the left hand to bring your spine up nice and tall. Let the spine rise up out of stable hips. Right arm lifts up and helps you lengthen. And then add a twist as right arm reaches around to come close to the left arm. And come into the twist. Your head and neck go back toward the left shoulder as much as your body allows. And then release and untwist and let it go. Yes, now we're ready to come standing.
All right, so come standing whatever way you can. Crisscross your legs and stand up. Try not to use your hands. Try to use your core and your quads. When you get up to standing, shake it all out. Shake it out, shake, 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 shake. Can you make the muscles be loose on the bone? Whatever way it looks like, even if you break into dancing, you might just try the whole, shake the heels down, shake the hands out, shake your shoulders out, whatever works for you. Check in with your head and neck. You might have soft rocking movement. You really kind of figure out what is the right thing for your body. All right. And now find mountain pose. Press into the outer edges of your feet. Draw the inner arches up. See what happens to your thighs when you do that. There should be some activation in the inner thighs. Your quads are active. Lift the core. And I just want you to have a strong, connected lower half of your body, but a very soft and supple upper arms. Think of these arms like bird wings as you inhale loosely up and exhale, flow down. Inhale loosely up, soft joints, and exhale loosely down. One more time. Inhale loosely up, reach up, maybe you stretch, and exhale, flow down. And now let's add some engagement to the arms as you inhale, palms face up for regular yoga sun breaths. Reach up, look up, feel the stretch, Urdhva. And as we did on our backs, place the right hand on top of the left hand, bend deeply at the elbows, and slowly press down. See if you can sense any resistance. Squeeze your glutes. When your hands reach your hips, let's do it again. Inhale, arms out and up. Look up, Urdhva. Squeeze your quads. Left hand sits on top of right hand. Bend deeply at the elbows. As you exhale, slowly press down. It's like you're pressing your energy right back to your center. And release. And let it go. Bend your knees. March. Roll shoulders one at a time. And now let's do a side bend. Find mountain pose. Press down through outer edges of your feet. Draw up through the inner arches. Inhale, sweep your hands up overhead, your arms up overhead. Right hand lowers. Exhale, side bend to the right. Let this feel nice. Let it be just the right amount, not too much, not too little. Let it open up the left side of your body. And then come out of this side bend a little and reach up like you're trying to get something on a shelf, just out of your reach. Keep your heels on the ground and feel how much extra space you have. And then release. Left hand meets right hand. I'm mixing everything up today. Lower the left arm down to the side. Take a breath in. Exhale, side bend to the left. Oh, let that feel good. Hold, hang, lengthen, open, and then come out of that side bend a little bit and reach up. There's something just above you, and you have the capacity to get it. And let it go, and let your arm come down. Shake it out. Wiggle, wiggle, wiggle. The stomach meridian starts at the eyes, which we've done with our tapping, and goes down the body. Let's trace it. This will be the yin-yang meridian flow. So inhale, arms out and up overhead. And then let your palms face your body and let them slowly trace over the face, over the neck, over the front of the body, down your ribs. Come down the front legs and off the second toe. Shake your hands off. That's going down, tracing down the stomach meridian, the yawn energy. Now, 2 fingers come inside the big toe. Let's trace up spleen meridian as you draw 2 fingers up the inside of the feet, inside of the calves, inside of the thighs, flare out at the hip crease, up the side ribs to the armpits, and down to the side ribs. Yin-yang meridian flow. We work with the natural flow of the meridians, not against them. Let's see, standing cat-cow. So instead of on our all fours, working, as we do typically with our spinal movement, we're going to do this standing, and we're going to add a little to it by coming into bent knees, activating these quads. So to free up the movement from tailbone through to crown. All right. So the first one is the cat back, curl forward. Point your pubic bone forward, curl your spine and chin to chest. This is your exhale. This is your cat back. pull your shoulder blades apart, and then keep bent knees and inhale and really arch. Point that tailbone away from your body. Push your ribs forward. Open your collarbones. Pull shoulder blades together. Lift your chin. This is your cow back. And then exhale. Curl in much as possible. Interlace your hands in front of you and pull them away from the body to help you exaggerate this cat back. Full exhale. Reverse this. Come into your cow back. Point the tailbone away, arch the back, pull shoulder blades together. Let your hands interlace behind your back to add to this and pull the front body open. And let's repeat one more time. You should be feeling this activation in your quads. Compare it to how this feels in cat-cow and let your spine have waves of movement. If it's helpful, interlace the hands. Pull them away from the body to curl you forward. Knees are still bent. And then inhale, reverse. Cow back. Let your hands interlace behind your back and pull away from the body to really open up the front body. And then release and come to standing. Shake it all off. And just, it's a nice variation for the cat-cow. The spine has quite a large range of movement, and the spine is so important, so central to everything, just like the earth element. Central positioning, everything pivots around it. Tend to it and keep it moving every day. All right, energy medicine wake up. 2 fingers meet the thumbs. Find where your collarbones almost meet. Come down an inch and over until you find this little indentation, a little hollow underneath the collarbones. For this, it takes about 3 minutes. I want you to breathe in through the nose and breathe out through the mouth. Pound, tap, thump right here in the spot as you breathe in through the nose. Breathe out through the mouth. Clearing stagnant energy. You're tapping the end of the kidney meridian, kidney 27. Exhale fully. And now one hand finds the center of the sternum. Breathing in through the nose. Breathing out through the mouth. And now 2 hands to the upper side ribs. This is the end of the spleen meridian. You can tap here with the inside of your fist. You can use the big fingers, or you can circle. Breathe in through the nose. Breathe out through the mouth. The spleen meridian and the stomach meridian, both associated with the earth element, help us to process and transform food. Changes it into chi or energy that your body can use to balance your body, mind, and spirit. Breathe in through the nose. Breathe out through the mouth. And now this bone right underneath your eye, right underneath your eyeball, is the beginning of the stomach meridian. Delicate areas, so just use fingertips to roll the fingers on the bone, not on the soft tissue. Breathe in through the nose. Breathe out through the mouth. Let it go. Shake your hands off. Let same hand touch same knee. And just let this be a very gentle exercise. And then release. Cross hands, clap hands, shake it off, and cross over. Energy wants to move. Energy needs space to move, which is why we do yoga, to create space in our body. And energy has preferred patterns of movement. And the ones that we focus on in yoga are moving forward and crossing over. So this is the way we walk. This exercise is just adding to it. Touch your ankle, look side to side. Breathing in through the nose, breathing out through the mouth. This is a great thing to do before you study, to align up your energy. You can feel this down to the cellular level. Breathe in through the nose one last time. Breathe out through the mouth and let it go. The zip up, hands at the base of your body. Call to mind your intention. Draw the fingertips, your breath, and your intention up through your central meridian, up overhead, and turn your palms away as you exhale, smooth it out. Again, inhale, draw it up, embody your intention, and exhale, smooth it into your fields. One more time. Inhale. And exhale. and hook it up. One finger on the belly button, one finger between the eyebrows. Lightly press in and lift up as you breathe in through the nose and breathe out through the mouth. Breathe in your intention and breathe out any obstacles. One more time. And release. Step to the front of your mat. Hands on the hips. Step the left foot back and keep the front leg straight. Be on the ball of the back left foot. Now, press the left heel down. Bend the right knee. And just see that, feel that in your body. Hips are pointing forward. Wake up that back calf. Really press down through feet. Draw inner thighs toward one another. Lift up through the stomach. Lift up through the heart. And then send your left arm forward, palm facing the midline of the body. Now we're going to twist. Eyes follow your left thumb as your left arm goes out in the direction of your left shoulder, direction of the left hip, and then keep going back. Only as far as you can stay balanced. Very active core. Squeeze the back left glute. Long, strong back left leg. And you just twist until your body tells you that's as far as you can go. And breathe. Keep the lower half of your body active. Really press in and find your foundation that allows this opening and this twist and this balance challenge. And then eyes follow as the left arm comes back and lowers to your hip as you press off back foot to meet front foot. Bend your knees, march. Maybe rise up onto the balls of your feet. Lift your toes back and forth. And let's do the same thing on the other side. Maybe I'll face this way so that I'm facing you rather than facing away. My mat straight, hands on hips, find mountain pose, deep breath in. And step the right foot back. Be on the ball of the back foot. The front leg is initially straight. And just press into the ball of the foot. Feel that flexion of the foot. Then push the right heel down. Wake up that calf. Bend the front left knee. And just sit here, hold in this position. This should be waking up the back leg. Add to it by pressing down through feet, drawing inner thighs toward one another. Lift up from pelvic floor to navel to sternum. Lift your heart up. Keep left hand on your hip as you send the right arm forward, palm facing the midline of the body. Now feel the foundation. Rely on your strong anchor foundation through the feet. Let your eyes follow as your right arm comes out wide, challenging your balance, and then we keep going to add a twist. If you can, take that arm behind the plane of the spine, only as far as feels right for you. Each side is different, and every day our capacity, our flexibility will be different. If you fall, no worries. Come back and join us. And then your gaze follows that thumb as it comes back to where we began, pointing in front of you. Hand comes back to the hip. Press off the ball of the back foot to join the front foot and just march in place. Let it go. Maybe roll, rock, and shake out. Let it go. Between poses is just as important to release that effort and muscle engagement as it is to engage the muscles and come into the pose. Let's do warrior pose. Step your feet wide. Feet are parallel. Bend your knees. See about adding some movement even before we come into the pose. Turn your right foot 90 degrees. Take the back heel back a little further, which gives you a 45-degree angle for the back foot. Take a bend in the front knee, knee towards the pinky. Let's stack the arms and use sunrise arms to open up the upper body. So stacking the forearms on top of one another. This is sunrise. Inhale, lift those stacked arms up overhead, and then spread them out like rays of the sun. Right arm forward, left arm back, turn both palms down. Strong foundation, open heart, long spine. Warrior two. And flow. Straighten the leg, straighten the arms, change your gaze to the long edge of your mat.
Exhale. Sink back, warrior two. Deep into the front knee. See if you can go a little lower. And call upon all your muscles to help hold you here. Keep breathing. Flow. Inhale. Straighten. Turn your gaze. Exhale. Warrior two. Really keep the bottom half of your body engaged from the feet to the inner thighs, to the pelvic floor, to the navel, to the sternum. And now revolve the warrior. Back arm lowers. Right arm lifts. Look up to challenge your balance. Feel this is a big right side body stretch. To add to it, straighten the front leg. And then exhale. Bend the front knee. Come arms back into warrior two. And release. Leg straightens. Feet come parallel. Let's move right into left side. Left foot turns 90 degrees. Back heel back a quarter of a turn. Take your bend in the front knee and just establish your pose for the lower half of your body. Stack arms, bent elbows, sunrise. Inhale, lift up, open up, spread out your rays of sunshine and look forward. Activate. Strong body, feet connected to the earth that really help you open laterally like this in your body. Stand in your strength. And now flow. Press down through the foot, straighten that front leg, lift, change your gaze forward. You might challenge your balance by looking up. And then exhale, palms face down, warrior two. Activate those muscles. Inhale, straighten the leg, arms, maybe you look up, lengthen, and exhale. Sink back, warrior two. Press down through both feet. Rely on your stable foundation to help you. Revolve the warrior, back arm lowers. Turn the front palm up as you lift it up. Big stretch on the left side body. Look up, challenge your balance. And straighten the front leg if you'd like to add to it. Never going past what's good for you. These are all layers and options. You can steady yourself by looking parallel with the ground. Release back into warrior two. Hold for a breath cycle. And then straighten that leg. Feet come parallel. Heel toe, heel toe, heel toe, heel toe. And just march in place. Shake it off. Wiggle, wiggle, wiggle. And now step a little bit wide. Not quite as wide as our lateral stance. This is horse stance from Qigong. Heels in, toes point out, and bend the knees. And the bending is at the hip crease. We're not bending at the waist. I would like you to have a slight tilt forward in your pelvis so that when you're standing, you have a slight leaning forward. That gives you some stability, but the spine is straight rather than bending at the waist. All right, so find the right position for you. Feel free to come out of it and readjust once we begin. When you're ready, I just want you to rock side to side. Keep both feet fully connected to the earth. If this doesn't feel good in your knees, then don't do it because you are taking the knee past the ankle. I just want you to move and gently rock side to side. And now I'm going to invite you, if this is all right, to keep rocking side to side with the lower half of your body and add in the arms. So letting the palms face one another, but have space. Trace the figure eight like it's lying on its side. I want you to be fluid and gentle and graceful and have fun. I want you to have a sense of opening up through the ribs and through your shoulders and through the spine. Make this figure eight even bigger. See if you can sense anything between the palms of the hands. Maybe the arms go up long and tall. What shape is your figure eight taking now? One more time. And very slowly release it and let it go. Let's come into our sun salutations now. Sun salutations are a beautiful way to organize all of your energy systems. all of your meridians, to activate them, to move with the flow. Hence the name Sun Salutation. It's what we do at the beginning of the day. I'm going to change my orientation to face the sun. The blocks are good for your lunge poses, but if you don't have them, you don't need them. If you do use them, they would be framing your feet. So just coming to the front of your mat. Taking a minute, centering yourself, finding mountain pose. Press down through your feet. Imagine your feet have roots that are growing down into the earth to give you stability. Press down through the outer edges of your feet. Draw up through the inner arches. Lift your kneecaps. Lift your core. Point the tailbone down to release any postural tilts, pelvic tilts. Lift up through the heart. Draw your shoulder blades together. Palms face forward. Lengthen up through the back of the neck and call to mind your intention. It's in mountain pose that we orient and ground and let our intention take root within us. Inhale, arms out and up. Look up, lengthen. Exhale, turn your palms away, hinge at the hips as you come into your forward fold or bow. Add a little bend to the knees if the hamstrings are tight, or lengthen the legs if you're warmed up. Inhale, lift up halfway, Ardha Uttanasana. Add long, straight spine. Pull the shoulder blades together, reach forward with the crown of the neck and lengthen your arms and legs. Exhale, back to your forward fold. And step the right foot back, straight leg lunge. If you have the blocks, this is when you can use them. The blocks make your arms longer. They give you more space so you can lift up your chest, draw your shoulder blades back down your back, and look forward. This allows breath to come in to you in this pose rather than curling forward and looking down at your big toe. Lower your hips, wake up the back right hip flexor, and then step back. Remove blocks if you're using them, both hands on the ground, to step back into downward facing dog. Take a little time to warm up here. Bend your knees. Take one heel down, opposite knee bends, walk the dog. Take time to sway the hips. You might know other things that your body likes to do to warm up in this pose. Check in with your head and neck. A little yes, a little no. And then find some stillness. Point the tailbone up. You're trying to make an upside down V. You're not making a rounded hilltop, so don't round the low back. Activate, really take in the benefit of this pose by hinging deeply at the hips and pointing your tailbone up. And then exhale to plank. Take a breath in. And then exhale, lower down to the ground. You could do half plank with knees on the ground, or you can do full plank. Press the tops of the feet into the ground, firm up your thighs. Inhale, lift up, upper body for baby cobra. Elbows point back. Let's see about lifting your fingertips up to make sure your back is working here rather than your hands. Exhale, lower down to the ground. Tuck your toes. Inhale, press up to table. Exhale, lift your hips up, downward facing dog. Feel the circle. And hold and breathe here. Feel free to change the position of your hands and your feet if they're not in the right place or if they're sliding. You can experiment and step your feet wide. You could make a deeper V with wide feet. Just see how that feels. Experiment, explore. Effort? Yes. But I want you to emphasize your experience of this practice here and be willing to explore, experiment. Bring those feet back into alignment with your hips. Inhale, shift forward to plank. Squeeze everything, broad shoulders, and then exhale down to the ground. Once on the ground, press down through the legs to inhale, lift up, cobra. Lengthen your arms for full cobra and lift your chin. Feel that opening in your back. Exhale, lower. Tuck your toes, and we meet in downward facing dog. You can come up through table or come up through plank. Hold here in down dog and breathe. Deepen your breath. Slow the heart rate.
Deepen this pose by pulling your ribs towards your thighs, pushing your weight of your hips back towards your heels. And then inhale, right leg long behind you, stretch. Exhale, bend the knee, pull it to the body, and step it forward. Take your time. Take as many steps as you need. Find yourself back in the straight leg lunge as you lower the hips down and try to lift the heart and lift your gaze forward and breathe. And then bend the back knee as you press off the back foot to join the front foot in your forward fold. Uttanasana. Lift the hips up, point the crown of the head down. Draw your belly to the spine as you activate. Press down through feet and reverse swan dive. Arms out wide and up high. Rise up, reach up, look up, Urdhva Tilt your hands up to receive. Then the hands touch and you exhale, bring it home. Keep your hands at Anjali Mudra. Take a deep breath in. And a nice, slow, long breath out. And release your hands to your hips and let it go. I'm going to get you down to the ground on your back. Actually, I want you to be on your side. And this is where I should have asked you to bring a pillow or a towel. On your side, it might be helpful to have a support for your head and neck. Because it won't be your arm. Because I'm going to have, I hope you can see everything. I'm going to ask you to lie on the right side of your body and send your right arm long out in front of your chest, palm facing up, and the left arm will be on top of it. Okay, so bend your knees. And the more bent your knees are, the closer they are to your body and the knees above the waist, the bigger the twist will be for you. We are tracing the lung meridian. So left palm sits atop right palm. Both arms are extended right out in front of your front body. Now draw the left arm back up the inner right arm like a bow. You're tracing the lung meridian. Bring that left hand across the front of your chest to the left shoulder and then stretch it long behind you like your arms are in a T and find yourself in a twist. You can look left to amplify it. And then bring it back. Left hand touches left shoulder, traces the front of your chest, then traces back down the right arm and you're back where you began. To deepen it, pull your knees closer to your chest and lift knees above your waistline. To lessen it, the knees go looser. Inhale, draw left hand like a bow across the arm, across the front chest and out wide for a twist to the left. The left hand retraces back to left shoulder, trace back. All right, now we're going to switch to the other side. So draw the left hand back like a bow, trace across the front and send it out wide to the left. And now let your left shoulder drop to the ground as you bring both knees to point up to 12 o'clock and switch and roll over to the left. Go ahead and bring the right arm over. Right hand is now sitting on top of left hand. Inhale, draw the right hand up the inside of the left arm like a bow, trace across the chest and come into a twist on the right, look right. Retrace it, right hand to right shoulder, trace back to where you began. Deepen it by pulling knees a little deeper and knees above waistline, or you know how to lessen it. Inhale, trace the lung meridian, send the right arm out long and look right. And retrace. Back down, right palm on top of left palm. And now this is something fun. See if you can relax and release into this without being self-conscious about how you look. So lift the right arm about 6 inches up, lift the right leg about 6 inches up, and then pull, let the right arm and right leg just pull up and away and eventually pull you over and pull the left knee and left arm over so that you're rolling. Now be playful and let this be like a slinky. Lift the left arm away from the body, open, bent knee and straight arm, and then let it pull you over to the left side. You don't have to do it, we don't have to do it in sync. You do it according to your own speed, timing, rhythm. Yes, you are rolling around on the floor. There are good benefits that come from it. Very good for stabilizing your pelvis, your sacrum. If you want to add to it, that top arm can make a semicircle up overhead and then come back to meet the other palm. Top arm makes a semicircle up overhead, the knees stay bent, and the left arm retraces the semicircle and they meet. And that's that. You could do that. You could carry on doing it. I hope it was playful and a bit of a release. So meet me back on your back and in constructive rest, the way we began our practice, palms face up. Tune into your senses. Just feel the alignment of your spine and how your spine is supported by your two back hips, your two shoulder blades, your two arms, your two legs. Feel the beautiful symmetry of your body. And then lift both feet off the ground. Pull the knees into the chest and wrap your arms around your shins and rock back and forth. Really pressing into the earth and connecting to the stability of the earth element that surrounds you, as well as the earth element within you. From this place, from this anchor point, it can bring a lot of stability to your body, mind, and spirit. And then release the bind. Unfurl your body long. Walk your heels out to opposite corners of the mat. Coming into Shavasana. The arms are off to the side, a good 10 to 12 inches away from the body, palms facing up. Release the feet so that they flop open just naturally. Explore, experiment, experience. Find the right position for your legs, for your arms, and then release. The intention of Shavasana is surrender. You stay here for several minutes, meeting yourself in the quiet. No control, no effort, just complete surrender. Can you do it? Yes, you can. I'll bring you back to awareness with the sound of a bell.
Hearing the bell, let that be an invitation to deepen your breath. And as you deepen your breath, let it reanimate your body. And as you invite your fingers to move in a wave-like fashion and your toes to wiggle, perhaps you turn your head gently side to side. And then invite your body to move in any way that feels good. That might mean to expand, enlarge, and stretching out, or curl in and pull your knees in and grow small, or both. Let your body lead. Listen to your body. As we learn the language of energy, we learn the language of our body. Eventually bend your knees and roll to one side and press yourself up into a seated position, bringing your spine up vertical. Keep your attention inward and bring your hands to meet at your heart in Anjali Mudra, pressing palms together, pressing fingertips and thumbs, and resting the thumbs at your sternum. And then find this pose. This pose symbolizes dignity and respect. The long spine, broad, proud shoulders, belly softly engaged, sides of the neck long, slight tilt to the chin towards the chest to lengthen the back of the neck. And now take